Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today we are filming in front of the most unattractive background ever. And that's because I'm feeling lazy and I have a million things to do today. And I also want to tell you about all the books that I read in the month of March. Did I read 50 books? Did I accomplish my goal for middle grade March? Let's find out. Okay, now that there's books all over my floor, let's talk about the 24 books that I read in the month of March. Did I hit 50? Spoiler alert, sadly, I did not. I had a crazy month, as you guys may have known, and if you've watched other videos of mine, I started a new job in January. So life right now is just busy. There's a lot going on. It's busy. I tried my darndest, but for whatever reason, the slump was slumping and I only got through about half, which I'll take. One of these years I will hit my goal, but for right now, 25 books in a month, I'll take it. Were several of them graphic novels? Yes. So let's start with those. Let's talk about them. So for 2, 3, hold on, let me configure this. So of those 25 books, hold on. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. So of those 25 books, 11 of them were graphic novels. So let's just jump into it. Okay, so the first two that we'll talk about are the Explore books. So these are like an anthology of graphic novel, like short stories, which I find fascinating. I really liked some of the stories in here. They're basically centered around a general theme. Like this one is Hidden Doors, and they're just from a bunch of different like middle grade authors, and they all have different art styles. They all have different like themes to them. And they're really cute. I like them a lot. There's a few different other ones in the series. Like there's an island one that I've read. There's this one, which was the mystery boxes, which was a really cute one. And yeah, overall, I liked the majority of these. I thought they were cute. Some of them I wished were longer than others. Other ones I was like, that's okay. So yeah, overall, I think I gave both of these 3 stars. They were good. I enjoyed them. If you like short stories and you like graphic novels, these are definitely fun ones to check out. Next, I read Be Prepared by Vera Broskol. I'm probably terribly mispronouncing that. This is basically about a girl that goes to a Russian summer camp and has a bunch of misadventures. It was cute. I liked it a lot. The characters were fine. I don't know. The poor girl goes through it in this book, let me tell you. So I enjoyed this one again. I think I gave this one a 3 stars as well. Not anything crazy to write home about, but it was cute. Okay, then I read a cute one called The Moth Keeper. This is by the author that wrote The Tea Dragon Society. So if you've read any of those, I love the art in those books. This is by the same author. This just came out, I think, last year or the year before. And this was cute. Again, the storyline for her books, I love the art style of it, but it kind of leaves something lacking for me. I thought this one was cute. Again, most of these books, spoiler alert for the month, were like a 3 star. They were all fine. I wasn't like thrilled with most of them. Same with this one. It's cute. The art style is adorable. The storyline overall is really cute, but it just wasn't an amazing book for me. Okay, then I read 2 that I think I want to continue of in this series. This is called Lightfall by Tim Probert. I liked these. This is a story basically following a girl named B. And so basically she meets Cad, who's a member of the Galrinians, a race thought to be long extinct. So basically they're like trying to save the world essentially. And to be honest, as I'm sitting here, I really don't remember a whole lot about either one of these books, which is kind of sad. I enjoyed them when I read them. Again, 3 stars. But now sitting here only weeks later after I read them, I really can't remember a whole lot about what they're about. The art style, we'll say, in them is really cute. I liked it a lot. Yeah, basically 2 friends going to save the world. That's all you really need to know. And I liked them. They're cute. I do want to finish the series. I think it's a 3-part series, and the 3rd one I think comes out this year. So I do want to read them, but overall, again, nothing insane. Okay. Then I read one that was, again, fine. I'm like, average rating for this is a 3 star for this month. We'll get into it. But this is Newsprints by Rue Zhu. And this is basically about a girl posing to be a boy in, I think, like the it's like a different world. Like, it's our world, but then there's like, there's a war going on, and like, it's kind of the 1920s, but it's kind of his like not robotics, but like, oh, what's the word? Futuristic. So it's like a different parallel universe. This one was, again, fine. I feel like the problem with this book was I feel like I started reading it and I was being dropped into a world without any explanation. Like, I just was in the middle of a story that felt like it was 2 or 3 books into a series, and I was so lost. So again, this one was fine. Ow. This one was fine. Not my favorite, but cute if you guys like more of 1920s futuristic type of stuff. Okay, then we'll talk about a book I really didn't like. This is This One Summer by Julian Tamaki, and I can't read the other person because the sticker is covering it. This was, again, fine. I really actually didn't like this one a lot. This one basically is about 2 girls that, like, her family goes down to this camp every summer, or this like beach town every summer, and she has a best friend that lives there. It was very weird. It had very adult content, but like centered towards children, which I found kind of disturbing. Like, one of the girls in here, her mom has a miscarriage, and she's really like dealing with depression the whole time. And like, it's centered in a way that, like, if you read it as an older audience, you're understanding what's going on a little bit more. But then they also had themes of like teen pregnancies and like drugs and drinking. And I don't know, it just, to be honest, this made me uncomfortable to read. So I don't know. I don't really get why it's so highly rated. Maybe I'm missing something, but it wasn't my favorite, and I think I gave this one a 2 star. So do with that what you will. Okay, then there's just a couple random ones that we can get into. This was Sweet Valley Twins, the graphic novel. I used to read the Sweet Valley Twins when I was in middle school, so to like see them kind of coming back around was kind of hilarious. This was cute. It's obviously, I'm clearly not the target audience for this, but just some of the stuff kind of brought back memories for me, so this one was more of a nostalgic read than anything. And I enjoyed it, so I think I gave this one a 3 or 4 star. It's cute. I don't know if I'd ever continue in the series, but to read it for middle grade March, I enjoyed it. All right, then let's talk about Ride On by Faith Erin Hicks. This was, again, a cute graphic novel about a girl and horseback riding. If you guys don't know, love horseback riding. I've done it for a couple of years now, and I'm currently on a break from it right now, but I love it. This was a really cute series. Again, it's hard with these books because I'm not the target audience to really relate with the characters because I'm in such a different place in my life right now at 31 years old. But overall, I love a book about horses. These always get good for me. I really think for my next future middle grade Marches, I want to just continue to read more nostalgic books because I'm reading books that are coming out nowadays. I'm just not relating with them as much, and there is no emotional tie for me for the book, so it's hard to really enjoy it as much as I would have if I was obviously the target audience. But that being said, overall, this one was cute. I gave it a 3 star. Next, let's talk about the last one. This was Map Makers and the Lost Magic. This came out, I think, about 2 years ago. This is by Cameron Chittock and Amanda Costello. This one had the same issue for me that Newsprints did, where I basically felt like I was being dropped into a story with no explanation. It was kind of just zero world building. I wish that there was more backstory, which is hard to do in a graphic novel, but yeah, there was a lot that left to be desired with this one, so I think I ended up giving this one 2 stars. The art is really cute. I'm not sure if it's going to become a series or not, but overall, I was a little disappointed with this one. Okay, let's talk about the rest of this stack. I'm going to breeze through these pretty quickly because this is going to be a long video if not. First, let's talk about The Boy, the Bird, and the Coffin Maker by Batilda Woods. This was a really cute story. I thought this one was adorable. It's basically about a little boy who meets a coffin maker and his bird, and they just end up going through a bunch of different ordeals, and I like this one. I thought it was cute. The story was memorable. And yeah, overall, I think I gave this one a 4 star. Next, let's talk about another one I enjoyed. This is The Tale of Desper by Kate D'Amelio. I really liked this one, actually. I thought it was really cute. I was remembering the movie that I'd seen that came out years ago when I was reading this, and I enjoyed it. The art style is beautiful. It reads very much like oh my gosh, what's the girl? The Girl That Drank the Moon. Like that kind of storytelling where it's kind of like reading and telling things to the reader that just really brings you into the story. I like this one a lot. I thought it was really cute, and yeah, I think I gave this one a 4 star as well. Okay, another couple ones that I enjoyed, well, I'll say enjoyed loosely with this one specifically. This is Perfect by Natasha Friend. This is about a girl that's going through an eating disorder recovery. I will say this book is extremely triggering if you've ever dealt with any sort of eating disorder. there's a lot in this book that I still found incredibly relevant to my age, which was very interesting. The main character, I will say, is incredibly frustrating to read about because she's very much self-absorbed is the only way I can think of describing it. And she's going through a lot and really reflecting on her trauma. There's some things with this that I wish this was another like 200 pages, to be honest. Like that's how much I really got into this when I started reading it. It's really interesting and it reminds me of a lot of movies that are kind of centered around this. I don't know, it just was a really interesting book to read and a really hard book to read. But yeah, overall, I think I gave this one 3 or 4 stars. There's some things obviously flawed with it. Like I said, the main character is really irritating at times. But yeah, overall, I won't say enjoyed it, but it was an interesting book to read. Like I said, definitely check out trigger warnings for that one. Okay, then let's talk about a very nostalgic set of books that I read. This is Snail Mail No More and P.S. Longer Letter Later. These were super popular books when I was in elementary school, I think. This is by Paula Danziger and Anne M. Martin. Anne M. Martin wrote The Babysitter's Club, and I don't really remember or know who Paula Danziger is, but basically I remember with these specifically, they basically wrote this book by writing the letters to each other as the characters, which I think is actually really cool. So kind of over the course of the book, it kind of wrote itself, which I think is kind of nice. This is first in the series, this is second, letters, and then they switch over to email. These are definitely, like I said, nostalgic picks for me, so I enjoyed kind of getting back into this world. The characters are cute, it's funny to read them because I can relate to how I was kind of thinking about them when I was their age. And yeah, obviously it's very dated, letters and emails, but overall I think it's cute as a concept, but I definitely think they don't hold up anymore over time. But for me reading them, it was a fun time. Okay, then let's talk about Blended. This is by Shannon and Draper. I don't even remember. This is another one I don't really remember. This is basically about a girl. Oh no, that's right. Wait, was this the one that... Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this one was very interesting. So this is basically about a girl who's half black, half white, and basically her experience, her parents get divorced, and it's like a whole thing. There's a really hard dynamic between her parents. There's a lot of her with like an identity thing. The end of this book was wild. I can't explain, or I won't give it away if you ever are interested in reading it, but the ending for me was so unexpected and like so wild that I don't even know. I don't know how to even process it. So yeah, basically go in with that mindset that the ending is not going to be what you expected. I won't say that I enjoyed this one necessarily. I enjoyed it. That's not true. I enjoyed it, but again, with this one, I feel like I was not obviously the target audience for it, but overall, I think the ending could have been done or handled potentially a little bit differently. I get the point of what the author was trying to do with the ending, but it wasn't where I was expecting it to go. So we'll leave it at that. But yeah, overall, this one was an interesting one. I enjoyed it as well. I gave this one, I think, 3 stars. Okay. Then let's talk about another favorite author of mine that I will potentially always pick up books of hers. This is Katherine Applegate's The One and Only Ruby. This is basically a book about a continuation of the series, The One and Only Ivan. I've read all of their books in the series. They're fine. They're not my favorite books by her, but they're really good. This one was, again, a hard read, just essentially talking about elephants and poaching was a big topic in this. It's just hard. Like, it's a hard book to read, or kind of how to explain that to a younger audience. I think was handled really well in here. But yeah, it's definitely hard. It's heart-wrenching in certain moments, but I think that is what makes for a good middle grade book. And yeah, overall I enjoyed it. I will definitely always continue in this series or pick up anything by her, and I think I gave this one 3 stars. Okay, then let's talk about another book that took me a little while to get through. This is Liddy by Catherine Patterson. This is basically about a girl in the 20s, I think, or I don't know what the time frame is, maybe in the 1800s, and she goes to work in a factory to help save her family. This was a really depressing book, if I'm being honest. I did not enjoy this. I slogged through it. It was interesting from a historical perspective, but just overall, this character can't catch a break, and that was kind of a bummer. So overall, I didn't really enjoy this one. Again, the ending for this left a lot to be desired for me personally. This one is definitely a very dated book as well, especially with how it talks about people of color and things of that nature. So yeah, proceed with caution with this one. Overall, this was definitely more of a nostalgic pick for me because I remember this being huge when I was in middle school and elementary school. But yeah, not my favorite. Okay, now let's talk about one that I really enjoyed and I think I potentially want to reread someday. This I think was maybe one of my favorites from the month. This is Once There Was. I actually listened to the audiobook of this. This is a really new release. I think this actually came out either this year or the end of last year. And this is by Keisha Monsif. This is basically about an Israeli girl. Is it Israeli or Iranian? Oh, what is she? Israeli? I can't remember. Basically, she is learning about the world that her father was involved with that basically involves mythical creatures, which I thought was so interesting. I wish there was so much more to this, or I wish this was a continuation of a series because I really loved this. I loved the concept of this. This gives like the Spiderwick Chronicles meets like the Chronicles of Narnia meets... There's no like portal fantasy or anything like that, but it just really hit something in me that was very nostalgic, and I like this one a lot. So I hope this would be a continuation of a series because I would definitely keep reading this, but if not, as a standalone, it also worked very well. But yeah, definitely highly recommend this one. Okay. Then, oh yeah, let's talk about this one. This is The Space Between Lost and Found. This is by Sandy Stark McGinnis. Again, this one was fine. Common theme of this video. This book was fine. I enjoyed it. It's hard-hitting. This is basically about a girl whose mom has early onset Alzheimer's and is forgetting basically everything. So it's really, again, I love / appreciate hard-hitting middle grade because I think they're so necessary, but it's hard. It's heavy to read a bunch of these in a month for sure. So this one was fine. I enjoyed it. I think the representation was really well done. However, it wasn't my favorite. I think the middle grade for me always sometimes leaves something lacking, but overall, I thought this one was cute. Okay, a couple more. So I did end up reading a few of my Jacqueline Wilson books that were on my list. If you guys watched that haul or the vlog or the video, what's the word I'm looking for? The video where I talk about the books that I wanted to read for this month. I did end up reading two. This is Midnight and The Suitcase Kid. This book was weird. I definitely thought this was going to take a significantly darker turn. I think if this was an adult book, it would have gone into way deeper and more intense topics, but this, I don't know, there was something with this that I didn't enjoy at all. I don't really know how to explain it. These ones again were more of a nostalgic pickup. Same with this one. I really like Jacqueline Wilson's writing style. Some of her books for me are very nostalgic, but yeah, overall a lot of her characters are very, I don't know, they're very bratty to me for some reason, and they're kind of difficult to read at times. But yeah, overall I thought that they were cute. I enjoyed both of these, but not my favorite out of her personal collection. Okay, and the last one that I read for the month of March, for middle grade March, is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang by Ian Fleming. This one I actually really enjoyed. This was, again, more of a nostalgic read for me. It reminded me a lot of the movie. The way that the writing style is really cute, and I enjoy it quite a lot. The way that they just kind of personify Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as a car, having its own thoughts and feelings. I just think the story is cute. I enjoy these. I remember reading, again, this one as a kid growing up and just thinking the car sounded so cute and all the adventures that they would go on. So yeah, like I said, I like this one a lot. I think I gave this one 3 or 4 stars, and the series is really cute. I don't know if I'd continue in it, but for a classic nostalgic read, this is a good one. Whew. Okay, so that is it. That is everything that I read for the month of March. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite read for March was. I always love talking to you guys in the comments down there. And yeah, sad to say we did not hit our 50 book challenge for the month, but that's okay. We are way ahead of schedule for my reading plans for the year, so I'm thrilled about that. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I'm gonna go pack for an upcoming trip, which you guys will be hearing about very soon, which I'm excited for. And yeah, other than that, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to see more of my face, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!